Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Devastation Bumblebee. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him off the side real quick and take a look at the box. And yep, it is a Deluxe Class box. You got the Transformers logo and the Blue Band Studio Series right there. You got a nice bit of artwork of a Bumblebee, both his robot and vehicle modes. You got the Transformers Devastation logo and Bumblebee and Hasbro right there. And the window, of course, 24 steps to transform him. You have Transformers Devastation Bumblebee and Takara Tomy up here. Now over on this side, you have the Bumblebee and his robot mode right there. On this side, you have kind of an extension of Bumblebee plus the city, I guess, one of the environments from the game. We've got Deluxe Class and all this stuff down here. On the bottom, you have some manufacturing details and what's included in the box. And the back, of course, you have copyrights, warnings, and of course the product shots. And of course, a screen cap from the game, Bumblebee kicking butt. And yeah, right there it says Bumblebee is ready to take down the Decepticons. Very generic. Included also are the instructions, which honestly you're going to kind of need them because, yeah, he's well, maybe. He's actually a lot more complicated than you might think he'd be considering. But yeah. Devastation Bumblebee. Getting close here. You can see. Yeah, he's got a very Bumblebee looking face, a little more grim. I kind of guess I wish it was a bit of a smile because it's Bumblebee, but pretty much, you know, he's got his G1 style head. He's got his G1-ish kind of somewhat G1, but, you know, modified body and everything. He's got the Autobot symbol. You got the blue windows. You got some bits of, hey, look, there's that weird game cell shading thing. You got the black shoulders and yellow forearms. You got the yellow shin things. You got his car hood feet. Everything. Clearly not a Beetle, though. And yeah, he's got a bit of a backpack. That's kind of be expected. It's pretty, you know, actually, all things there is actually a pretty good backpack and everything. And yeah. He actually is a pretty good looking figure, honestly. It's actually a very good looking figure, in my opinion. But he's just actually just a really good looking Bumblebee. He's a bit different some other Bumblebees, but that's kind of, well, the game Devastation Bumblebee was a bit different. And honestly, he might actually be better than some of the other Bumblebees we've gotten in regards to G1. But yeah, some people, I remember one thing was some people were freaking out because the head was like on misaligned with the rest of the body on some of the early I guess in-hand pictures, but it turns out to be wrong. This person just forgot. Yeah, articulation, you do have a ball joint here, so you got left and right. You have left and right, you have up and down, you have a bit of wiggle. Right here, because of transformation, you do have this extra hinge right here, so you can't actually bring his head forward, and yeah, that's what caused some people to kind of freak out. It looks a little weird if you do that, but you do have that option if you want to use it. Yeah, so just be mindful of all that stuff. Shoulders also on ball joints. You got forward and back. You have outward right here. You do have a bicep swivel right there. There's a elbow bend, which can go forward that far, and actually you can go back the same amount. The wrists can't really swivel or anything because they're just hinges, but you can, I guess, hinge them in a bit if you need that for anything. So, you know, that's a thing, I guess. Right here, there is a waist swivel, which is pretty much unhindered, which is nice. Right here's hips. You got forward that far. You have back that far. Outward, you have, you know, full splits. Do have a nice thigh swivel right there. There's a bajillion joints right here, but those are for transformation. Generally, you can get about 90 degrees of bend on the knee, although if you do start untransforming stuff a bit, you might be able to get a bit more, but it's going to look weird, and yeah, it's just going to look weird if you do that, so just be mindful of that. And then, of course, down here at the feet, you do have ankle tilts, and there's a little bit of forward and back, mostly back, but you know, that's mostly because of transformation, but there does exist. So there is that stuff. Actually pretty decently posable as well. You can get some pretty nice poses out of this guy if you really want to look for him. As for accessories, he comes actually with 3 guns. This one bigger gun. I don't remember what their names were in the game. It's been a minute since I played, but yeah. It comes as a kind of bigger gun, which, you know, pretty simple 5mm peg, so you know he can hold that, although it's big enough that yeah, it kind of runs to his own shoulder. By the way, these guns this one is not blast effect compatible at all, but also if you want to store it away, or any of them away, you can just, right here there's a peg hole right here, and just right there, just on his back. And of course you got these guns, which are pretty much just mirrors of each other, so you got, you know, it's very similar to his G1 pistol that he had in the cartoon. On one side, anyway, on the other side, it's got this tab and hollowness, which, you know, might rankle some people, but kind of a reason for it. But yeah, he can, you know, dual wield these if you like. And there you go. Now it looks pretty good. Bumblebee's ready for a fight. But yeah, these guns are blast effect compatible right here. But yeah, the other one is not. But yeah, Yeah, he doesn't, yeah, I'm saying yeah a lot, aren't I? He's good. He looks good. I think, decent. And it's kind of weird getting 3 guns as accessories, but, I'm trying to figure out what else you could really give him, considering how Devastation was. You could also give this to Optimus or the Devastation Wheeljack or Sideswipe, which I didn't buy personally because, like, those are just repaints. So I wasn't really, I'm like, I'm not going to buy those. But this was a brand new mold, so yeah, I'm going to buy this one. Yeah. He's good. He's actually really fun, too. He just kind of looks good. He's just actually a really good Bumblebee in general. Yeah, but this figure is measurements. His height to the top of his head is about 4.5 inches or 10.8 centimeters, and his weight is about 2 ounces or 56 grams. So he's kind of small and lightweight, but that makes sense. He's Bumblebee. Yeah, so that's for some comparisons. Here he's with Studio Series 86 Bumblebee, and yeah, you can see he's a bit taller, for one. That's one thing. He's a bit taller, and yeah, some people really like the look of this guy more than this one. And honestly, they might not be wrong with this. I like this guy well enough, but yeah, between the two, I think this is actually somewhat of a better Bumblebee. Might not be the more G1 accurate, but it is one of those things. So there's that. And of course, here he is with Studio Series Devastation Optimus, which actually looks pretty good. And yeah, there's another thing was, yeah, you can, if you want, give this extra gun to Optimus, I guess. It wouldn't surprise me if you did use it at some point, considering the nature of the game. So yeah, he can use that just fine. It's a pistol he can use, and it works just fine. And there you go. So, yeah, they don't actually look bad together. So there's that, though. So yeah, there it is. Robot mode for Bumblebee is pretty darn good. Now, as for transformation and stuff, we'll first get all these guns out of his hands and whatnot, if you haven't already. So, from here, what you want to do is come back here, and you want to untab the backpack right here. Just untab like this, bring it down, and you bring out these fenders right here, and just untab them and bring them out like that. Then right here at the arms, what you want to do is rotate at the bicep 180, flip the fist in, bring this forward, and then bring this up like that. So it looks like that. Essentially, you want it positioned just like that. So again, flip the fist in, bring this forward to the shoulder, rotate 180 to the bicep, and then bring it up like that so it's sitting like that. From here, what you want to do is go ahead and take the head right here, and you want to bring it forward on this joint so it's right up against this plate, and then rotate the whole thing around like this, and it'll come back down. It'll click into place like that. So it's just sitting like that. And then right here, you want to go ahead and untab the sides of the torso. You want to bring those down. So yeah, I said untab, but really they kind of sort of tab them, but not really that hard. But yeah, you want to bring them down like here. So then you can untab the front, his chest. You want to untab that and just bring it up like that. Then from here, go ahead and right here, this is a hinge right here that the waist is attached to. You want to go ahead and bring this up. Yeah, by the way, you can't use it as an ab crunch because of how this works. This right here tabs, and you're going to have to do some shenanigans to make it work as an ab crunch, and even then it's not going to look very good. So yeah, bring this up like this, rotating it 90 degrees, so now it looks like this. Then right here, you could take the bits the arms are attached to and bring it all the way back. Bring them both all the way back, like so. You can see those pegs right there, pegs and holes. You just bring the arms together right there, like that. You go ahead and bring this back right here, just over top. You want to take this bit, the I guess roof of the car, and just bring it over top of the head. Now I want to point out, this is where some people had some issues. For whatever reason, people have had issues where doing this transformation step would scratch up the paint on their Bumblebee's face. I might have, you see that? Yeah, you can see there is a paint scuffs right here. So yeah, it is a weird thing. This is a fairly recent thing. That wasn't the first few times I transformed. This wasn't a problem, but yeah, it seems like there's something causing that to happen. I'm not too fussed about it, but it is something to be mindful of. Fortunately, I thought I had it down pat, considering everything was was working just fine, but now suddenly it's not. So I don't know. Regardless, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do to transform that. There might be a different way to do it, but some people have tried rotating the head, and that doesn't work. Some people, yeah, it seems to be, yeah, something about this particular, it just doesn't like to go through just fine. But yeah, regardless, down here at the legs, what you want to do is take this, bring it out like this, untab that, and bring the wheel up like this, and it'll tab in right there. And then right here, what you want to do is I want to start bringing it up right here. Then for clearance, you want to then start taking this yellow panel in the front and bring it out a bit. So it's like that, and then bring this up the rest of the way, making sure this clear this right here, bring this up all the way, and then bring this panel down forward like this. So it'll sit like that. And then same thing on this side. Bring this panel back, untab the wheel and bring it up and re-tab it in right there. Bring this back a bit, bring down this panel, bring this up over the leg like that. Bring this panel down all the way. And then right here, on the knees right here, you want to, there's multiple hinges in there. You want to bring the knee hinge back. There's this hinge right in here. It's hard to show. But you can see this, there's multiple hinges here. You want to bring this back so the legs just collapse into the, well, yeah, leg like that. And it's, you know, kind of like an old Combiner Wars thing of sorts. Yeah, so use that double hinge and bring it, yeah, bring the leg down and collapse it in until you feel it click into place. You go ahead and bring the legs together, just tab together like that. And bring them up. You want to kind of move them forward like this so you can bring it up and then bring it back. Yeah, so you move this up all this like this. These tabs right here will go open little slots in the roof. Like that. And then go ahead and bring these down. This tab will go in that slot, and this rug right here will go over this little tab right there. Like that, and like that. Then you take this piece right here and bring it down like that. Fill in the gap right there, and there you go. There's Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. Yeah, Bumblebee's vehicle mode is actually kind of neat. It's very, like in the game, it's kind of heavily based, it's loosely based on his old Classics 2006 line, his Classics version, which unfortunately I do not have anymore. I sold it several years ago, so kind of, some part of me kind of regrets it, but you know, space is space. Yeah, it's a decent little car mode. It's kind of, again, a little more cartoonized, I guess, versus the classic mold. But yeah, you got, you know, the grill and headlights picked out with some silver and gray. You got the, again, blue windows with the, you know, kind of little cell shading right there on the windshield. You still got the Autobot symbol. You got the tires, which have, you know, gray rims and everything. You got the red tail lights. Yeah, blue back here. Everything's good to go. Of course, you got the kind of fist sticking out, but it's not too big of a deal. It doesn't look too bad, in my opinion, anyway. Doesn't look too bad. Oh yeah, yeah, he's got this big old peg hole right there, and also mine has a weird like red paint blemish right there too, which is odd. And he actually rolls pretty decently, at least on surfaces where you can get a good grip. Some of these tires have a lot of friction, particularly this one, so they don't roll super well. But he does roll, just not on this particular surface. You just need kind of a little more rougher surface. And again, with weapon storage, of course, you can just peg this on right here, peg this one on the center. Be careful, don't accidentally untab everything in the process. And these guns right here, there's the tabs right here on the sides can go in these little slots right here on the side of the car. So now he's all armed up, and yeah, very heavily armed Bumblebee, you know, at least comparatively. This is a much more heavily armed Bumblebee than usual. Yeah, he's not too bad looking, including that little spoiler thing. So he's honestly not too bad looking. I rather like it, honestly. And also the transformation to get here. Again, the only worrying thing is that the head, the head being, the paint on the head might be scraped up a bit, which if you do it wrong, it seems like I might have done it wrong a couple of times. So yeah, the nose and chin on mine are getting chipped up. I still have, I'm not sure if there is a way to fully 100% ensure you don't chip that. Yeah, other than that, actually, but yeah, it wasn't for that, but the actual process, actual process of transforming him is still really fun and really clever. It's a lot more intricate than you'd think it would be. He's actually very intricate. He's one of the more intricate Bumblebees I've played with. So yeah, he's surprising us how much. It's like I was not expecting him, you know, transforming the way he did. And actually, it's just kind of clever how many hinges are in here to rearrange and everything, and it works really well. Like, this is only in the car mode. This is really the only real like evidence of a robot mode is this bit right here, and even then you can almost see it as just one silly modified exhaust or something, which this kind of car would have had at the time frame. Yeah, it's a good solid transformation. You still get a pretty fun kind of cartoony alt mode out of it. Yeah, in this mode, his length measurement wise is 3 3/4 inches or 8.3 centimeters. So there's that. But yeah, comparison real quick. Here's the Studio Series 86 Bumblebee right there. Yeah, pretty similar in size. This one, of course, has the weird thing with the paint matching. Not quite, you know, because yellow paint black plastic painted yellow doesn't always work very well. They're also you can see they're also very similar in size. The Devastation was slightly longer, but not by much. Yeah, it's they don't look too bad. I still like this Bumblebee very much, but yeah, I can see why a lot of people would prefer the Devastation one for whatever reason. Even if it's not G1 accurate, it's game accurate though. Is that? And of course, here he is with Devastation Optimus, which, yeah, between the two, yeah, definitely has, Bumblebee definitely has the better vehicle mode. Optimus put a lot of compromise in. Yeah, I would say very much the Bumblebee has very much a better vehicle mode. Plus, this scale is all out of whack here, but I think the scale in the game was also a little out of whack just for the sake of gameplay reasons. So there is that. So that's it for this review, I guess. As a whole, this is a really good Bumblebee, actually, to the point where a lot of people actually are just straight up considering this being their Bumblebee for their G1 collection. Even if it's not 100% cartoon accurate, it's close enough for a lot of people that they don't mind, because it is, in many people's minds, a better toy than the previous couple of Bumblebees we've gotten. I'm not sure if I totally agree, but I get it. I still personally like the Studio Series 86 Bumblebee for what it is. Yeah, this is a really good Bumblebee, actually. You actually get a lot of engineering for the price, considering considering it's deluxe. You get the engineering is really, really good. I will say also, yeah, he's also one of the two figures, along with the Transformers 1 Orion Pax, is one of the two figures going to be basically on store shelves year round. So you're going to see him, quote unquote, shelf warming eventually. Right now, everyone's in a mad dash to get him, but of course, in several months, people are just going to be annoyed because, oh, all I see on the store shelves is Devastation Bumblebee or whatever. But he's the one, seems to be, of the two, he's definitely the better. If you're choosing one or the other for these Class A, I guess what was it, Group A or whatever they call them, figures, between Orion Pax and this Bumblebee, this is the better of the two, for sure. This Bumblebee is really good. Like, for sure. I very much highly recommend him. Yeah, you don't have to wait, you know, don't overpay for him or anything, obviously, but yeah, he's going to be in stock all over the place, and you'll be able to get him easily. Even if right now, at this moment, he's, you know, keeps selling out, he will be in stock. You will be able to get him, and he's good. He's just worth, yeah. And eventually, if you're really willing to, really willing to wait, he'll probably also start going on steep discount. So be mindful of that, because yeah, he is the standard deluxe price of $27.99, but he fills out the price pretty well, consider, even, you know, despite his size. So yeah, pick him up. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my social media in the description and the video. Check out my Coffee and Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.